Yes, everybody, welcome to United Review. Apologies for the late start. We had a couple of camera issues, and as you can see from this, does not look exactly 60 frames a second, does it? Some of you are going, I don't even know what that means. Fine. All you got to know is, just like tonight, it didn't go to plan. And Joe's joined us.
Hello. Yeah, hands look a bit weird, so just ignore the hands, but I think our faces still look
beautiful.
Lovely, yeah. Lovely as ever.
Shoot.
Head shoot. The smiles aren't there because...
The guy called me fucking depressing on the Full-Time Devil stream. Like, did he expect me to be sitting here going absolutely turbo thinking, oh, sweet, we've just absolutely smashed it, so let's have a good old time? Crack the champagne, son. We'll have a good old time after getting beat again.
I don't know. It was just frustrating, the whole thing from start to finish. I hated it because there was so much pressure or anticipation on the fact that Ollie's now got the job. 2 games in, he gets the win at home, but then he goes and he can correct his wrongs that he made in the FA Cup, and it just didn't work, man. And you said there was no one... I mean, obviously there's a couple of people who are going to have a go at it, but it was just the goals were unlucky. Certain people, if they did the job correct, all right, the goals... You know, the clearances would be made and the correct decision would be made by the centre-backs to just boot the ball away, get rid. But it felt like Wolves were going to win no matter what. And that was what was a bit shit, because I wanted Ollie to go back to Wolves and win. Because then everyone was like, he's learned, and that was a step.
But I actually do think he did learn. Because we played a different system with a different focus, with a different attitude, and then we didn't put it in the back of the net. And I don't think you can blame the manager on that. And I think you look at the... OK, we did put it in the back of the net. We took the lead. So was that on Ollie? Like, we take the lead, and then we don't defend our own lead. What the hell's all that about?
I don't know. When we took the lead, I didn't... It was coming. Well. McTominay, I love to see McTominay getting his first goal. There was a lot of like, oh, McTominay's in it now, he's going to be world class. For United, he's going to be that player we need in that midfield structure. But then it broke down a bit in the second half. McTominay still had a good game, but just something was missing. Like, I can't quite put my finger on why or what was missing. And I still can't now. If it was that attacking flair, that you know, pulling Wolves apart a bit, spreading them wide, or if it was just a bit of a leader on the pitch who needed to drive United forward, and something was a bit off.
Cam, can we just switch to the other camera, mate? This is fucking shit at the minute. Just zoom out on this one for us here, Mitts, and just put it on both of us. No, on the left-hand one, so it's just on me at the minute. Yeah, put it on camera 2, man. There we go. Just switch it that way a bit, so it's both of us. So that's a bit better, isn't it? I mean, look at our hands. Whee! I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah,
these are the problems that we're having with the cameras today.
You're not that high.
No, this is not. Everyone's like, whoa. Anyway, right. That's about as much fun as we had tonight.
What's up with you? It's depressing because...
It is depressing, and I'm sick of people thinking that I shouldn't be depressed.
It's because it's not just about the result, it means more about, you know, United's chances of top 4, what's going to happen in the next couple of games. The added pressure on, you know, United to win, and then you go towards the 2 games that we got against Barcelona midweek. They were 4-2 down, they just came back messy, like you say, in the Full-Time Devils video. He's in the form of his life. He scored another free kick today to make it 4-3.
Actually ridiculous, isn't it? Can you imagine what he's going to do to Smalling?
He's going to absolutely
Smalling's going to have to sit on a couch and tell someone about what Messi's about to do to him.
I feel sorry for Smalling. God forbid if Ashley Young starts from United against Messi, against anyone in the Barcelona squad, to be honest. It's not that, you know, I mean, I'm sure you're going to go into it a bit more. My side is I can see that he's trying, but he's just not good enough anymore. And it's not like I'm going to go in on him, but he's just not good enough anymore.
Do you know what? When someone goes, I can see you trying, right? It means you're shit.
It does mean he's shit. I'm beating around the bush a bit. But, you know, I'm trying to ease off because I feel like you're going to rip him a new backside.
An arsehole. Right. Should we do this Ashley Young shit then, or what?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we going to do this Ashley Young shit then, or what? Are we ready for this, or what? It's time for Young Watch.
Or how long he was on the pitch for, not full 90 minutes.
57.
Young 57-minute watch.
So for starters, 57 minutes played. 46% attacking third passes. 47%. Oh, sorry, took a percent off him there. 3 fouls committed. 0 completed crosses, which you'd expect from a centre-half, to be honest. 0 chances created. One fucking red card.
One red card. And you could just see the sloppiness and the follow-on from the tackle. If you've not seen it, go and watch it. It was just like, why?
Shit.
Why are you doing that?
Right. Here's the things that people give me for Ashley Young. He's experienced.
You know.
Didn't fucking use his experience there. I'm on a yellow card. Should probably calm the fuck down a little bit.
Not go in with the
game
foot
in the
a bit
balance.
too high.
Prick. Right? Should we start there? Right. He tries dead hard. What the fuck, man? If you're trying hard, if all anyone can say to you is you're trying hard, or he runs around a lot, fucking let's get Mo Farah in.
Yeah.
Because that motherfucker can run.
Mo Farah would be pretty good, right? I think that Ashley Young, I can see the grasp of his Manchester United career is in his reach, and he just can't get it because he's just not good enough anymore.
Right.
And
this is a failed winger who you think as a winger your attribute should be that you can do something in the final third. The last time I could be arse checking, Ashley Young was the second most wasteful crosser of the ball in Europe.
It was number one.
And who gives a fuck about what's going on outside of Europe? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
There was a kid in the Bundesliga who played one game and put 11 crosses to no fucker in.
That's wonderful. I bet we sign him in the summer as well, along with Stokes' second goalkeeper.
I'm fucking sick of Ashley Young and people who, because he would launch one fucking Hail Mary ball to the back post without looking, and Fellaini knew that was probably a good spot to end up on, and would get his big fat napper on him occasionally, that people thought that meant Ashley Young deserved to play. It's fucking Manchester United, man. Manchester fucking United, and we've got Ashley Young not just playing for us, not just regularly starting for us, but wearing a fucking captain's armband of this fucking great club. Brian Robson, Eric Cantona, fucking Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic and Gary Neville and Ashley fucking Young. Spot the odd one out. Jesus fucking Christ.
I just don't get why. I just don't get why he's still there, or who still thinks he's
just got a new fucking contract.
He's just got a new contract, but that didn't become, let's not forget, that didn't come before Ollie. That come whilst Ollie was there. Now, Ollie might not have been able to make them decisions yet because he wasn't the permanent manager when he got a new contract. So is someone upstairs thinking, or is, God forbid, Woodward thinking, you know what, he's a good player, he's experienced, let's give him a new deal. And that's the worry for me.
What does his experience mean? Bobby Charlton's experienced. Can we get him a year contract?
Probably do fucking better.
He's got some fucking calibre about him.
Oh no, man.
If experience doesn't... Experience is meant to mean nous. Experience is meant to mean decision-making.
Yeah.
Ashley Young delivers none of those. And supposedly the best crosser... I've literally seen loads of people say the best crosser at the club. And then I've literally seen people defend him by saying... It's not his fault who he's crossing it to shit. And you're like, no, it literally is. If you're in possession of the ball, it's on you to make a good decision with it, especially when everybody else makes at least 2 times more crosses successfully than Ashley Young. He's fucking shit.
Well, you've got to think, why has he got that new deal? And is he going to be starting regularly next season for United?
Inexplicable.
There is nothing there, or nothing on show for today, for Ollie to have in the back of his mind. If he really wants to be a top team next year and be fighting for the Premier League, you know, I don't know if you're fighting for the Premier League title next year, but Man United, you should be fighting for the Premier League title every single year. Ashley Young doesn't win you the Premier League. Ashley fucking Young does not win the Premier League.
What annoys me, man, is that so many people will level the same sort of shit at Jesse Lingard, who's an actual technically great footballer that offers a hell of a lot. Quiet night for him tonight. Didn't really work for a lot of them in the final third, to be honest. Don't really know the full details of that. I am going to have to put myself through it tomorrow at some point and watch it again to try and work out what the fuck happened. But we were making chances and we were creating space. And there was at one point that I was going to talk about, literally as it happened, and then about half an hour later, Danny Higginbottom, the motherfucker, pulls it up, so everyone's going to think we just heard Danny Higginbottom say it. But as it happened, I mean, Mitz will back me up on this, as it happened, I went, watch this replay to the lads in here. And it was, Delo was standing probably in line with the edge of the box, right-hand side, as the ball was being played around the edge of the box for McTominay's shot. As it starts to come out and come towards McTominay, Delo just backs right off, and the fullback looks at him, and he follows him. Now, that fullback would have been right in line with McTominay when he picked the ball up, which meant that we'd literally created space for McTominay by the movement of Delo. Now, if he's not there, or nobody on that right-hand side is there to make that move... McTominay probably gets closed down and tackled, and that goal doesn't happen. So I thought that was an excellent bit of play, and something I'd highlighted in the preview this morning, where I was like, I want to see this, and then we seen it. So I was really happy at just someone offering balance on the right hand side, and then obviously it didn't fucking matter because we lost.
Don't know. I just thought we lacked something in the final third. I didn't think Lukaku had a particularly good game. We could go probably through the full squad and just pick out everyone who's had a pretty poor game, because none of them really stepped it up a gear. And I thought there'd be a bit of right, they knocked us out of the FA Cup here, let's go and do him. But there was nothing kind of that spirit, that kind of let's have him kind of mentality that I wanted to see. So I was a bit upset about that, because I really thought this is an opportunity to go, right, you did us, you knocked us out of the FA Cup. You know, when they went 2-1 up the chanting and were off to Wembley, they're taunting the players on the pitch, and you're thinking, fuck off, Wolves.
Yeah,
and you just wanted to silence them. And we could have had the squad to silence them today. And I was just wondering, where was that motivation in the sky to think, come on, let's show them who we really are, we're Manchester United. And I thought that, you know, Ollie might have drilled that into them. You know, they did us here. Let's go back and let's make things right. Nothing happened there. And that's the only thing I'm upset about. If we didn't get beat by Wolves a couple of weeks ago, I probably would have taken this defeat, because Wolves were a better side today. But I really want us to put on a statement here and go, you can beat us, right, but we'll come back and we'll learn and we'll batter you next time.
I actually do think Ollie did learn, because I think we made different mistakes. We still made mistakes. We still made too many mistakes. But for me, we made different mistakes. And I guess that's kind of something to hold on to a little bit, at least if I'm trying to fucking grab something worth talking about out of this.
It was difficult for the centre-backs as well. We can't just have a go at Young.
Yeah, I can.
Smalling and Jones, that little mix-up for the second goal. It's bizarre to watch, because you're thinking it's something like Tottenham did against Liverpool, where no one really knew who had control of the box and no one was really directing there's the ball, get fucking rid. The ball comes in the box, there's a kerfuffle, and it just kind of goes bouncing in the back of the net. And that is disheartening. I was like, whoa, we're watching it here and thinking, fucking hell, why? Why now? Why today? Why does that ball have to go through 3 United players and just sort of wobble its way to the back of the net? I hated it.
Just put Young as a great player. Fuck off, man.
Arsenal fan.
We definitely need to mix some stuff up. Just sensible recruiting.
Yeah.
And it's a shambles that we're still seeing Young, Smalling, Jones in the team week after week. I mean, I do question the decision to play Ashley Young as a centre half, sort of, in that sort of system that we saw. But we did have our opportunities. Jesse had a good opportunity. There wasn't a lot of power on the ball by the looks of it, so he had to try. I mean, he had so long on it, and he flung himself into it, but it didn't. I mean, I think he had enough time that he probably could have chested it and twatted it. Hindsight. Lukaku, he comes straight at him. He gets a connection on it. It's on target. I don't really think he puts it straight at the keeper. Look, man, you've got it at the target. That's your first job. After that, yeah, maybe find the corner, but he's at the target. I don't think you can get mad at people for hitting the target. I think you get mad at people when they miss the target. And he was very close a couple more times, just shaved the post, and you think all of those might have been. You could see people saying it, we're not going to take our chances, we're going to get punished, and ultimately we did.
I just think will Ollie be fuming at himself today, because I've not read much of what's coming up afterwards. I know he said he's disappointed, but he was quite happy with the first 75 minutes, if I'm correct. But I still think, I didn't kind of want that from him. I wanted to say, I'm a bit angry, I'm a bit upset about what's happened. Ollie, he's the manager now.
He's very positive in interviews.
Yeah.
And I guarantee he's tore a strip off someone in the dressing room, but he won't come out and say that. Like, he'll probably get asked about it in the press conference following the game tonight. I haven't seen the quotes. I hope that he's come out and said something.
Yeah. So do I.
Someone is moaning that I said, we made different mistakes. We did. Look, the mistakes that we made in the first game, the last game with Wolves, was that we got congested and we played it into their trap, filtered down that left-hand side, and we got clogged up and couldn't find any space. And we today came with a different idea. We saw what happened in that game and we offered ourselves balance with Delo on that right-hand side, epitomised in that first goal. We still made mistakes, but we made different mistakes. And if you can't accept that, then I'm fucking sorry, but that's the truth. We didn't make the same mistakes. We made the same mistakes, which is probably what saw Jose going in the end, is that we tried to do the same thing. Louis tried to do the same thing over and over and over again. You can't defend that. But when people are trying things and then there's other mistakes happening, well, that's fine to a certain extent. It has to be expected. But we are seeing the limitations with this squad. We did say you're not seeing...
Yeah, I think the talking point we were asking before and when we were watching it is what obviously people are going to bring up now is the Herrera deal to PSG, whatever you think about it. Let's just forget what the rumours are. Let's just forget that we really know football apart from what the rumours are. But did you miss Herrera today? Would you have Manchester United a better team with Herrera in it? Or are you not asked?
I am asked. I like him. Maybe Herrera in for Fred in the way we lined up today. Maybe. Alongside McTominay, but on one hand I also sort of say we didn't need two defensive midfielders against them today.
No.
If you look at the way we conceded against them in the FA Cup and the way we've conceded against them here today, there's nothing systematically about any of them goals why we conceded. There was nothing like you can go, well, we conceded because we played whatever. There's none of that. It was just bullshit, stupid individual mistakes. So you go, okay, so was the starting 11 wrong? It made sense still. Marcus is injured. I would have liked to have seen Tony, if I'm being honest, from the start. I do like the two-striker system. But it made sense to spread what we had a little bit. See Pogba moved again into a different position, to further up the pitch on that left to offer that little bit of balance. I mean, it's hard work doing this sort of fucking analysis after a game when you've lost, because I like to look at what you did right, and there was things that we did right, and there was chances that we created, but as soon as we went down to 10 men, Ashley, the Wolves lot just poured forward. They had the confidence that they beat us in the past, and they didn't respect us.
Yeah.
And were they right to? Maybe, because they ended up with another 3 points in the bag and another decent win for Nuno against the top six.
And they go into that semi-final, which we should be in.
Please win the FA Cup.
Please win the FA Cup.
And I thought they were going to rotate tonight. They only rested Johnny.
Yeah.
Fairfox done.
They came and they just beat us. And you know what? We can have a moan, but they got beaten by a better team at the end of the day. But there's still, we got beaten by a better team a couple of weeks ago. I keep bringing up the point up. We should have done them today. But you know, the top four now. When you look at it, it seems quite far away. Could have gone third. You brought up the point about what Ollie said about winning 5 in 7. You can get us across the line. Well, we're one defeat down. We've got one more left in the bag. Now, if you think that's against City, then fair enough. But if you think we're going to beat City, which I think we're personally going to do, don't hold me to that. I am something in the water, mate. There's something in the water.
Is it vodka?
Yeah, strong as well, and I'm buzzing. There's something in the water, mate. Said it about when we beat PSG. You can listen back on the radio. Something in the water. So, where's the other defeat coming from? And are we comfortable enough to win 5 games from the remaining 7? 6 now, sorry.
Yeah, we are. We've seen that from us already, but we've took a bit of a beating recently. I mean, the last 4 games, we've lost 3 of. Not good.
That ain't good.
Barcelona on the horizon. There may be another couple of defeats getting handed our way. I mean, the form Messi's in. They could start with 10 men and fuck us about.
Scary.
Oh man,
it's scary,
I'm getting
but
a fucking headache thinking about it.
It's just going to be 2 months now of
Barcelona, West Ham,
intense
Barcelona,
football.
Everton, City,
and then we don't even catch a breath. And then you just get by. But that's football, isn't it?
Let's have a look at my bets, because did something go right tonight?
Lovely bets.
Did something go right tonight? Did it? No, it didn't. But you can get up to £100 in free social bets with BetBull. The link is in the description below. Let's have a look at the bets that I was going to place today. First one I was going to go with was I was going to go for United 3-0 with a penalty in the game. No.
48 to 1. Blimey.
Not a bad deal, that.
No, it wasn't a bad deal.
However,
when they went 1-0 up and McTominay scores dead in the game, I bet you were buzzing.
And penalties right under.
Yeah.
A red card, or right above red card, and I was really debating. Oh, should we go with a red card or not? Because I did actually fancy. Don't know why red card in the game tonight, but I didn't go with it, and I went with a penalty and United 3-0. The other one I went with United 2-0 and Pogba to get an assist. Who actually got the assist from McTominay?
I don't know. We thought it might have bounced off a Wolves player.
I think it was passed straight to him. Anyway, that didn't come in either. So did you have any decent bets tonight? Let me know in the comments.
I know about 2-1 Wolves.
Hit me up on Twitter. Make sure to check out the link for BetBull in the description. 18 plus only. Gamble aware, and all of those terms and conditions and stuff like that apply. But we have got some good sign-up offers.
Yeah,
so if you want to get up on those, follow me, because maybe at the end of the month, maybe I'll be giving away some prizes just for those who follow me.
I've been following you for a long time.
Have you know?
Yeah, can I win a prize?
Maybe you can win a prize.
What was it?
I don't know what the terms and conditions of the prize are.
They can't be your friend. Are we friends?
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks.
A lot of people saying Fred. Yeah, I thought it might have been Fred with the assist.
What do you make of Fred? I mean, he got an assist to his name, but there was just something about him on the pitch today where I just think he gets a bit overwhelmed.
Keegan in the comments says, I don't look at the chat. Do look at the chat. Looking at it right now.
He's looking at it right now.
It's just full of people moaning at the moment, and I'm doing enough of that. I don't know what... what do you want me to say? I'm going to head over to Discord. Should we go to the Discord channel?
Yes.
Should we pick some questions from everybody on there? Let's see what everyone's saying. Is there millions in there? Mates? Ish.
Lots of questions.
Let's have a look. Matt says that was calamitous, not tactically, but as a result of individual errors. Do you think we'll see players like Smalling and Young dropped?
Well, if Van Gaal, Jose, Moyes, somehow all them players have crept through. Yes, but Fergie won the league. So every single player that you've just mentioned has crept through and still gets the games for Manchester United Football Club. If we want change,
I hate football.
We need to move on, and that has to be the case. We can't wait for them to retire. Right, we can't. That can't be the case.
They're all coming up on testimonials, man.
No, they're all going to be playing this.
Your testimonial
game.
was. I remember. I think Brian Robson was the first testimonial I remember having, or happening, and I remember wow, you've been at United for 10 years. You must be like a footballing god.
Yeah. No, Ashley Young could be joining them. Testimonial. Oof.
I'm sorry.
Scared me a lot. He looks happy. That year extension is great, but yeah, testimonials coming up for him.
Ahmed says top 4 over. I think we need to win at least 5 out of the 6 and rely on others dropping points. Yes, do you?
Yeah, but that's not top 4 over then, is it? We can still do it.
I do think the others are capable of dropping points, especially Spurs.
I've not looked into Arsenal's running. Arsenal have got this.
Doesn't matter, man, because no one loses against the teams you expect them to. They always go like Huddersfield 1-0. What? Connor, is Pogba's head really with United? We'd be a better footballing team without him. I know what you're kind of trying to say. You might get a more cohesive team unit, potentially, if the right signings come in. But you've also got to go, what if we don't get the right signings in? What if it's another Di Maria? Yeah, that could happen.
Fails. And I get what you mean by Pogba's head being elsewhere. So, but, if he's going against Wolves today and we were the biggest game on TV, he knows that people are going to be watching him. He just didn't show himself. So I'm often wondering, come on, Pogba. If you're trying to sell yourself out of the club, at least give us a good performance before you get off.
Clement says, won't comment on Young. You would have done that by now. We should have won that game in the first 30 minutes. Totally agree. What do you think about Ollie's proper statement by dropping Ander after the PSG news? If that's what happened, in my opinion, he shouldn't play anymore this season. Rather play the youth or Fred. If he wants to go to PSG, he can fuck off. P.S. I love him.
But there's similar things though with Herrera and Pogba, because these are all rumours where, now and again Pogba's come out and said questionable stuff about United, but everyone will be alright for him to go in the side. We don't know if this is true. Obviously there's no smoke without fire. But to just say he shouldn't play again for the entire season, I don't know. What if he just says, actually, I want to stay with United?
That's the difference, isn't it? Because Pogba's sort of come out and fluttered his eyelids somewhere. Ander's not said anything.
No, he's not.
I think that makes a difference about it, because all this could be bullshit paper talk at the moment.
But you see him retweeting stuff like...
I don't think it is.
In the away games when his name's been chanted, he's got them videos and he's sharing, he's posting it.
He's not posted anything since, when was it?
26th of March.
Around about when the rumours came out.
Love you, Herrera.
What the fuck does Ceterium senso carthaginium esse delendum? Does that mean youngish shit in a different language? And
Let's just go with that.
Bang coming in. And who should we play at left back and right back versus West Ham and Everton with Shaw and Young out? I think it'll be Baye and Delo.
Yeah, you thought about the youngsters won't come in and go safe.
I mean,
Baye was just
Brandon's agent texted me before, like, oh, good opportunity here for him. I just don't think he's going to get it. Gordon says, surely that's 90 minutes to prove to the board how shit our defence is. Yeah.
We've had 5 years of it, mate.
But yeah, 5 years of proving how shit we are, and here we are.
Still not watching.
Players imploded tonight after conceding one. How do you fix a mentality problem in the short term? You got to get the rot out, haven't you? You got to get that rot out, and you bring in players that have got a bit of mentality about them. Maybe you throw in a load of youth. People are like, oh, you can't destroy the confidence of the youth. Well, guess what, dickheads? Like, Ryan Giggs and Nicky Butt in 1994, brand new in their careers, played against Barcelona and got fucked at the Nou Camp 4-0 by Stoichkov and Romario et al. Right? Guess what? Nicky Butt went on to have a pretty good career. Don't know what happened to Ryan Giggs. Never heard anything of him since. I think he probably fell off a little bit.
So what you're saying is get them all on the pitch for Barcelona, getting battered 4-0 and we'll
at the end of the day,
lying.
If you've got the mentality, it's sink or swim. Stop fingering me up.
Oh, sorry.
If you've got the mentality, then you're gonna actually fucking do it. If you've not got the mentality, then yeah, getting beat 4-0 at Nou Camp might make you wilt. But if you've got the stones, you might get back in training the next day and go, that's not fucking happening again.
Yeah.
I don't agree in, like, people are like, oh, you got to protect them from pressure. Go fuck yourself. They play for Manchester United, right? There's pressure, and you've got to deal with it. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Ryan, is the shining light from tonight McTominay's performance? Only player to come out of that really well. Feel free to burn the Young shirt. Not even worth the jokes anymore. Mitt's wanting me to wear it. I didn't refuse to wear it. We've just been running around dead busy, and I just couldn't be asked putting it on in the end.
But McTominay. Good player.
Like a parent says, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Shot ourselves in the foot, but at least I think we performed well until the goal. But still, Ollie's putting flex tape all over this team. What do you think should change to make sure we keep pushing for the top four? I also swear our finishing is cursed sometimes.
I think we need Martial on. I think, like you say, I would have started on our
attack.
Yeah, focus on your attack. You know, even if we're gonna, because if you're admitting that our defence is shit, well, if they score 4, we'll score 5. That's the sort of line that everyone says. But if we need our attack to be just as good, you know, them 2 goals were sloppy, but we should have been up the other end straight away, getting the ball in the back of their net. Nothing was happening there, so bring Martial on. I think the whole Martial as a super sub is just not for me. I think Martial loves to get on the pitch early doors and just understand who he's against and bit by bit creep in and then get some goals under him. Yeah.
Tino, in your opinion, was Fred's error down to the lack of quality or lack of game time? I don't think it's lack of quality, but I do think lack of game time could be down to a reason. Also got to think, it's just basics, wasn't it, man? It's just basics. And again, Ashley Young showing his experience. Fucking playing it onside and then stopping. Playing the whistle, fuck's sake. You had 6-year-olds being told this. Did Ollie make a mistake from Ollie? Oliver even. Or did Ollie make a mistake dropping McTominay, Fred and Andreas after the PSG game? Pogba, Herrera and Matic not being better for me. Yes, in hindsight, but at the time, I think we was all going, Pogba, Herrera and Matic is our best midfield. Prior to the PSG game, they were smashing it. In hindsight, you go, yeah, you might have a point, but I think at the time, I don't think anyone had a major problem with it. If we lose Herrera in the summer, this is from Cyanide, or Cyanide, I guess. If we lose Herrera in the summer, how would you view Dendoncker as a potential replacement? Cracking player. Again, Wolves, I'd say Wolves recruitment, but Wolves project really has been done very well.
Pretty successful. Give 2 wins against United this season.
Yeah.
Could be in the FA Cup final.
Do we win that game without Smalling and Young? The ball distribution throughout the game was woeful. They both continued to put themselves in awful positions and put De Gea in sticky situations. Yeah. Like, if you brought in Wan-Bissaka and Alderweireld, and don't say Alderweireld scored an own goal the other day, because he didn't. He got the ball thrown at him from 2 foot from his goalkeeper. It's not really something he did. And anybody gets the ball thrown at him from there. I don't know what you're doing to get out of the way of that. I think Alderweireld and Wan-Bissaka aren't making their mistakes, yeah. I think they're confident on the ball to play out of trouble at times. And maybe the reason that we're going to Fred in the first place is you can't fucking trust passing it to Smalling to do anything. He's just going to fucking give it you back. He'll do a 360 and pass it back. Shit, innit? Ridiculous. Three-Headed Hydra says, do you believe Ollie will be ruthless enough to move away from relying on the Ferguson squad boys who've been staying on in the squad on their reputation. We're going to find out in the summer, aren't we?
Yeah,
if he
indeed.
does fucking launch a load of them afterwards, then you go, there we go.
And I feel like he's in quite a contactable way, Fergie, for Ollie to get in touch with him. We talked about talking to him before he actually took the the role in December. And if Fergie's got anything about him, of course he's Sir Alex Ferguson. You look at them players that he had when he won the squad and think, I won the Premier League with them, but they're done now. And if he's ever going for Fergie with advice...
He won with Jones and Smalling as backup players, and they was also backup centre-halves with Johnny Evans to Rio and Vidic. That was 5 centre-halves. Now you're looking at those being the main centre-halves with Bayou's... I don't know what the fuck's going on with him. With Lindelof, who has got better but has still got flaws.
Yeah.
And fucking Rojo, who, like Darmian, can't believe he's fucking plays for United still.
No way, he's just counting his money.
Wakes up in the morning, he's going...
Counting his money.
And basically all the rest of the questions. I'm just going to try and read to see if there's anything different from everyone's sort of making the same points. Matt saying, were the subs questionable? I think there's not that many options on the bench. K-Towns, do you think Barca's game could be more suited so he can play on the counter? Football's a funny old game. Football is a funny old game. We can lose 3 out of 4 and fucking snake our way through Barcelona. It happens, doesn't it? It does happen. I'm not saying that you should go do that. I am going to look into the odds for it, but I can't hand on heart say I believe we're going through. I really can't. I think it could be. I think I said it to you just before we came on air, didn't I? We could be looking at finishing 5th. Yeah. With Liverpool winning the league and City winning the Champions League. And that's about as bad as the summer gets, isn't it, really? It'd be a nightmare, that summer. I was getting a dicking from Barcelona. Get fucking divorced as well. Make a fucking whole set out of it. I'm not going to call it a night. Cheers for joining us, Joel. What a wonderful note he just left us there on. Joel's coming back after the Barcelona game. That ain't going to be good fun, man. Well, no, actually... Is it going to be better? I hope there's positives here. I hope I'm sat here in front of you and we've done I just want to be respectable, right? I'm not saying we've got to win. I'm not saying there's a draw on the cards. I'm just saying that the result and the way United perform after Barcelona is just respectable. We put something up there. We put a bit of class and everyone goes, all right. Even if we get beat 2-0, we still tried it. Fucking gave it our all. And then we get divorced. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.